Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Picky Choco, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about some interesting news. So a potential major change that might start happening from 2.4, which was earlier speculated to be 2.3, the community's expectations and how it might start to ultimately affect the banners and reruns, updated Shenhei and XIAO rerun info, new YUNJIN info, and some 2.3 news that might give us an idea about the upcoming livestream and the amount of Primogems, which is very interesting. So basically tons of interesting new news, but before we get into that, I'd just like to ask if you want to enter the 2 blessings giveaway. It's the topmost link in the description, and make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news and stuff related to Genshin like this. Alright, now that we're done talking, let's actually get into the video right now. Boom! So the first thing that we'll talk about is the potential 2.4 major rework and YUNJIN news. So I'll just pop off a screenshot, and according to the latest speculations, it is kind of becoming visible that miHoYo's current approach seems to be more focused on balancing the overall mechanics, including the synergies and reactions, and not just the new characters and reruns, which is indeed a positive sign. It is also speculated that the feedback of the player base might have been put in action, and 2.3 might be a good example for that, because now after experiencing a fair time of content drought, players and especially miHoYo knows that 2.3 might be the deciding point for the future content and the characters. Now talking about the major reworks, earlier 2.3 was considered as a time by players to expect some new major changes. For example, introducing a wish pity counter, some UI improvements, fixing some mobile issues, etc. And most importantly, the minor changes such as the banners, especially the standard one by the addition of some new characters, frequent new rotations, and reduction in cost on some special occasions, which for now is speculated to happen in the next version, that's 2.4, and these might seem to be the possibilities for that. Firstly, according to the banner cycle, 2.4 seems to be arriving at February 2022, which is a time for the Lantern Rite, and also speculated to be a tipping point for Chasm. So the characters like XIAO, Shenhei, and YUNJIN might have a possibility of arriving during that time period. So I'm really hoping they add these minor changes, which will overall improve the experience and the game system. Now moving on to YUNJIN, recent speculations indicate some confusion about her element, and I think I might have an interesting take on that. So the recent character updation of voice lines from 2.2 indicate that YUNJIN might be an artist in the Hua tea house. Now talking about her element, it might be based on these 2 possibilities. Firstly, from 2.2, if you haven't noticed, by releasing of Thoma as a 4-star, it is quite evident that miHoYo is attempting to centralize a 4-star unit that is capable of providing a good support and a unique chain of reactions. And aside from all of that, both of their elements are same, which is Pyro. So if the same scenario happens in 2.3, which is speculated to be Goro and ITTO, 2.4 considering Lantern Rite might be a XIAO rerun. So this is the reason I'm possibly thinking of YUNJIN as an Anemo character. Now the second possibility is very low, but considering YUNJIN from Liyue, some speculations also pointed her out to be a Geo because of it being a regional dominant element, but I'm really skeptical about this. So as for now, talking about her weapon type and element, she's speculated to be an Anemo Polam user, so it will be very interesting to watch how 2.4 shapes up and how successfully does 2.3 build a foundation for that, because right now players apart from the new characters also want to experience some new and fruitful content and want to see some few reworks happening before entering Sumeru. So now moving on to Primogems, after doing some calculations, the total amount of Primogems that a player can accumulate from today till the end of 2.3 are 11,620 Primos, which is equal to 73 Fates. And if you're a P2W, you might get a total of 19,240 Primogems, which is equal to 120 Fates. So plan accordingly and start saving for your favorite characters, and I wish you all the best for that. So now moving on to some latest Inazuma 2.3 livestream date and some new news. So usually before the release of the update, the livestream is organized 10 or 14 days earlier. So based on the past livestream schedule, players might expect the 2.3 livestream to arrive on 12th of November. So if that happens, we'll be holding that livestream on our channel as usual. We'll also have some discussions about the future, and I'll also be able to translate it if it's in Chinese. So indeed, I'm very excited and looking forward to that. Now considering 2.3 as a fresh patch for Geo video. Players are indeed expecting some quality changes, not in terms of area expansion, but overall reactions and game system, and I'm really hoping they just set up Arataki ITTO as a chunky main DPS. Apart from all of that, players are also expecting some new revelations in 2.3 livestream, and keeping all of this aside, the main focus would indeed be the reruns, as it is speculated that Albedo might make his mark in 2.3. So that's basically it for today's video. Just thought I'll update y'all on some latest news about possible reworks in the future, which is very interesting, new YUNJIN and 2.3 livestream news. So I hope this video was helpful, so make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news and stuff related to Genshin like this. As always, I'll see y'all in the next video with some interesting new news. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.